or Makeover Monday. And I wanted to come here today to share something with you that was inspired by a conversation I had with one of my clients. And it happens to so many of us. So if you are new to all this, my name is Robert Ferguson. I'm a nutritionist, creator, founder of this methodology called Diet Free Life. Um, and we have helped many people not only lose weight, but literally reverse their type 2 diabetes, improve and also reverse many autoimmune conditions, and make it possible for people to have that quality of life and continue to thrive. But along the way, I see it time and time and time and time and time and time and time again. And that is you have a goal to improve your health, or you have a goal to lose weight, but the people closest to you, right? Sometimes our spouse, our lover, our friend, our neighbor, our co-workers, other family members, they play a huge role in getting you off track. Okay, now before I actually give you my 2 cents on this, I want to say thank you. If you're on our YouTube channel, please like, subscribe, hit that bell so that whenever we upload new information, new videos, new posts, that you're notified and you can take advantage of the information that we're providing, because I believe that is information that can actually help you live your best and healthiest life. And what we're talking about right now is one of those moments, right? Sometimes it's just good to hear from someone like myself, um, what you're feeling and what you have to deal with on a regular basis. It's so interesting, right? Because you go to a birthday party to celebrate someone's birthday, and you have family and friends there, and everybody's having a good time. And you have decided that you're not going to eat the cake. You're not going to eat the ice cream. It's not part of your plan at this moment. For whatever reason, what will automatically happen? You pass on the cake and you say, "Oh yeah, I'm just eating healthier right now," or whatever you say. You just say no. You would think that you could just say no and then everybody would just let it go, but that's not what tends to happen. They start to push you. They start to bring it up again. They reach out and, "Hey, did you try that cake? Why not try a cake? Come on!" And if you tell them you're trying to lose weight, it's like they almost get upset on the inside because they want you to eat that cake. They want you to eat that pizza. They want you to eat foods that you have told yourself that you don't want to eat. It's not like you can't eat it. You can. You have chosen not to eat it, but they keep pushing. And the same thing happens when everybody's doing the toast, right? "Hey, have you tried that wine? Hey, she made some margaritas, stayed up late, got up early." And you pass on it. "No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm cool." I mean, has this ever happened to you guys? If this has ever happened to you, in the comments, wherever you are, share your story, because I find it fascinating how often it does happen. And if you share your story, it'll help other people see that, yep, it's not just me. My family is constantly giving me a hard time because I'm not eating the same things that they're eating. Well, one of the reasons for this, from a psychological standpoint, is misery does like or love company. If someone's not feeling good about themselves, about their weight, about their health, and they're not doing anything about it, but yet they see you doing something about it, then that's not good, because they want you doing what they're doing. Because if you keep doing what you're doing and they're still eating unhealthfully, then they feel worse. But if they can get you doing what they're doing, it will help them feel better. Wow, think about that. Think about that. And that's why you must keep your guard up. You must have your focus. You must know what's important to you. And they will hear that and feel that in your energy, right? Because I don't have these problems, right? So if I go to a party and someone offers cake, I go, and even though they don't know me, they don't know the work that I do, they can feel it in my energy when I say, "Oh no, I'm good, but thank you." And they back off. They don't come back and go, "Hey, so why not?" Or, "Oh, it's really good. You got to have a bite." I don't, that doesn't happen to me. It never happens to me. Um, like, wow. But I see it happen to so many other people. So it's like you want to have conviction. And when you're going through it, oftentimes we don't feel good to say no, especially if you're at someone's home. I get that. But when you leave and you go to your next doctor's visit, they ain't going to be there with you when your hemoglobin A1C has gone up, or you find out that you have some other problem that's associated with nutrition or weight gain. They ain't going to be there for you. They ain't going to push you to do something about it then. But I know it gets tough. But if you look at it on the flip side, and I'm not telling you to lie or a little while, I mean, a lie is a lie, but there are things that you can say and things that you can do to get the focus off of you. Okay. So, for instance, let's say that I am at a party and someone comes over to me and they say, "Oh man, have you tried this cake?" And I go, "Wow, it looks delicious, but I'm good." "Oh no, you got to have at least a bite." I could say something like, "Oh, I'm allergic to butter." And they'll leave you alone. They will. Or you could say, "I just got diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. So right now I'm trying to deal with this. But thank you." And they will leave you alone. It's the same as if you go to a party and someone's pushing alcohol on you. And then you say, "Oh, yeah, I'm in recovery." "Oh, I'm sorry." Their response will be, "I'm sorry. Wow. Oh, no. I mean, they really will just back off and leave you alone. So why will they do it then? But if you want to personally improve what you look like, how you feel, you're doing it for you. It's not because you're allergic or addicted or you are dealing with recovery. They just hear your words when you say no, thank you, and then leave you alone. Why can't they do it? Just do that. Many people they push. So we refer to these people as food pushers because they will push and they will push and they will push. And then they'll be sarcastic. And then you feel like you get this attention that you really don't want, right? You get this unwanted attention. Then now everybody's looking at you. And then they start to make comments in the party. "Oh, well, she probably can't eat that." And they become sarcastic. And then in your mind, you're like, "You know what? I'll just eat it. Oh, I'll just drink it." Well, if you're in recovery, you're not just going to do that. And that's why everybody lets it go. If you're allergic to something, they're not going to give you a hard time because it's not you, right? They're looking at the condition, they're looking at what's associated with you that is outside of everyone's scope. But when it's you and you just want to do good for you, for whatever reason, people get upset, they get frustrated. So I am here to tell you that you deserve to be able to fulfill the needs that you have, and that is it's okay for you to say no to them. You don't got to get angry. I mean, I remember my mom used to I saw her get angry with a few people because at points in her life, watching her diet my entire life, um, she would have to like really, walk in the room, walk into the party, walk into the house, walk into the restaurant, sitting down with family members. She was pulling out rice cakes out of her purse. She had her own sweeteners that were part of her deal. I mean, she had a whole bunch of stuff in that bag. And people would say, "Hey, don't you want to eat some of this?" And she literally would almost like look at them and go, "No," like ready to battle, because that's what is necessary sometimes, right? When you have made a decision to improve parts of your life and other people are just giving you a fight and blocking you, and the only way to get them to be quiet is if you just go, "Oh yeah, let me try a little bit of that." And then in your mind, and this happens to a lot of people, they're thinking, "You know what, I'll work out extra this week, or I'll just skip eating certain things later tonight," just so they don't have the attention on them and just so they can get through that moment in time. At one point, you guys, at one point in our lives, we must take responsibility for our lives, our O-U-R, our lives. Our lives. This is your time to shine, and it's always available to you. So you surround yourself with as many uh, people of support as possible, but we don't count on that. The only person you can count on at the end of the day is you. And from a psychological standpoint, we teach this with our coaches, is that there does come a time where you must do for you what no one else but you can do. That's empowering. That's empowering. So good luck this week. Good luck with whatever you're going after. And remember this, it's a principle that I believe in. I was taught this years ago, and it stands true today. Once you make a decision to improve any part of your life, opposition, adversity shows up. Anytime you decide to improve any part of your life, the signs of opposition will show up. You may have a favorite ice cream that you decided, I'm not eating that right now. And you get home and you haven't said anything to anyone. Your husband walks into the house. Hey, baby. Oh, yeah, I was at the store and I got your favorite ice cream. He doesn't know. He was just being kind. So we don't get mad at him, but that will be your sign that you are headed in the right direction. And as I close here, I'm thinking about a quote that I've been seeing a lot lately with Denzel Washington. And Denzel Washington said two things. And I want to share that with you, and I'll say night night or goodbye. He said that when you're at your highest peak, when things are going absolutely wonderful, the devil shows up. When you're not taking care of yourself, when you're doing something that's not positive for you, the devil does not show up. It goes with what I just shared. Whenever you make a decision to improve any part of your life, opposition shows up. It will be at the door. It is waiting on you. That's because you're doing something good. But when you're not taking care of yourself, when you are eating that extra slice of cake, when you are avoiding to be more active, devil ain't nowhere to be seen. What is there opposition for? Opposition shows up when you're going after something, when you're going after it. That's one of the coolest parts about coaching. And I've been saying this for years, right? I'm not saying this to get more clients. I'm just stating facts. And all of the science and the studies are there. We've seen it in the areas of reducing cancer risk. We've seen it in the areas of sports. We've seen it in the area, in all areas. When you have built-in accountability, it helps you stay focused. It's kind of like, let's say somebody wants to get closer to God, right? And they want to take an approach where they want to go to church. Okay. Now it could be church, it could be a spiritual center, whatever. But when you go to these locations, whether it's online or in person, you are putting yourself in an environment that is supporting the direction that you're going in, right? So we have a Diet Free Life group on Facebook, and that group was formed with the intent of having a community of like-minded people who are all going after the same things. And then when you have like-minded people, when you have questions, you can throw out the question, someone answers it, and then it gives you clarity. So then you have more confidence, right? Because when you're not sure, that's when you don't have clarity, and it's very difficult to be confident. So support groups are great. And when you check in like with a coach, that's great. And I've watched people have a coach and then go without a coach, and the difference is mind-blowing. It is almost 100% predictable that without that built-in accountability, all the progress that they've made, or a lot of it, is going to be erased. The one thing that I loved about Weight Watchers when I started learning about Weight Watchers years ago was the weekly weigh-ins. I think is what made it successful, uh, bar none. That accountability of checking in on a regular basis can make all the difference. I believe if we could check in with our doctors on a weekly basis, we know 100% that will help a person in the short and the long term. But we know we can't do that. That's not feasible on a daily basis or a weekly basis with your doctor, right? Because you need time to see things change. So we've discovered that in the 3 to 4 month period, that's a good time to go in to update your lab work and to find out if what you've been doing is making things better or it's starting to show up where things are getting worse. I don't know. I don't know. But again, the message for today was our family and friends and people closest to us oftentimes are the ones who throw us off track. Now, yes, we're the ones who cave. And I get it's tough. So we play a part in it as well. But in order to help you, it first helps to know or be aware of the potential problem. You're aware of it. You probably had experiences with it. Now you just got to like tighten up. And the last tip that I would give you if I was coaching you is to use a technique called redirect. Redirect is when you ask a question to the person who's pushing food on you. You ask them a question that gets them to think about something else. So let's say that you and I are at the party and you came over and says, Robert, you got to try this cake. And I say, oh, I'm good. Thank you. And then I say, hey, how's that new job working out? I now took your focus off pushing food on me to you being given the baton because now you can't wait to tell me about how the new job is working out. And then I keep the focus there, then you won't push the cake on me. Or it could be, hey, did your son get into that college? Redirect. Otherwise, if you don't redirect, you keep the focus on you and then you feel the pressure, right? And they're pushing and pushing and pushing, and misery loves company. They will feel better if they see you doing what they're doing. They're never going to say, hey, you got to try this cake. It is so good. They're not going to say, you got to try this cake, but I'm not eating any. Who's going to do that? You're not going to get the same push from that person, right? There you go. Good luck, you guys. Good luck. You got this. Okay. One day at a time. One day at a time.